Honestly, this book is so good. I'm going to write it in the description down below. I know I keep on banging on about it, but it really is brilliant. Okay. On your theory, you have to know about how the light changes and what the order of the lights is. It's a big deal. If you don't get this on your theory, I'll be gobsmacked, right? It's so important that somebody knows how the lights run and what colour's coming next and what was before the other colour, right? So this is really good. So starting at the top here, so let's just start it because at the top it's just easy, right? So red, right? Let's just pretend it's on red. Okay, so it's extremely clear and very easy to understand. Stop and wait behind the stop line. Okay, pretty straightforward. Then it's going to run through and it's going to go red and amber. So stop and wait, and do not pass or start until the green light shows. All right. Now, it then obviously goes down to green on its own. Go if the way is clear. All right. And then that rotation is finished. So then it needs to come back up to stopping. So it goes amber, steady, all on its own. All right. Stop unless you've already crossed the stop line or you're so close to it that pulling up might cause an accident, right? So if you're on the line. Okay, so if you were going to call it ready, steady, go, right? That's stop. Okay, so we're not going to really include that. But you could say that's stop and this is ready, steady, right? Ready, steady, because there's two lights there, ready, steady. So you could get yourself ready, right? You're not allowed to go, but you could get yourself ready. I would suggest that you watch the other traffic in the other road. Yeah, so if you're at a crossroads, for example, and it's just your road going and then the other road going that crosses you, right? You're going to be after the road that's going to the horizontal, right? So if you see the other traffic stopping on the road, or even you can see their traffic lights changing to amber because they're going to stop, you could potentially get yourself ready at this stage, right? Because you can assess the road and you can kind of figure out, oh, I'm going to be next, right? If you know the junction, then you may even learn the rotation of who goes next if it's a local junction. But look, at the end of the day, this is stop and this is ready, steady. So at this point, you're going to set the gas, find the biting point. Now, if you know your car really well, this bit can be done quite quickly. I know a learner would probably need a bit more time, so that's why I'm saying read the traffic around and know that you're going to be coming up, right? But if you're going to have a ready, steady, go technique, that's stop. This is ready, steady. And then if you want to put it into simplistic terms, go, right? When I say go, go if safe, go if the road is clear. You still need to use your common sense, right? If there's something in the way, green doesn't just mean go willy-nilly, right? You do need to really check to see if somebody's in trouble in the junction, or whether you need to be respectful to somebody who's maybe stalled in the middle or had issues with some kind of, I don't know, blue light that has recently gone by. You do need to still hold respect for people who are having trouble in the junction on the previous light system, all right? So that's really important. With the amber steady, yeah, try not to be an amber gambler, as I like to call it. If it's gone amber, it does mean stop, unless you're on that white line or so close to it. But you don't want to kind of like rush to it. Oh, you know, it's been green for ages, so I'm going to go as quickly as possible. Because lights change, right? I mean, that's what they do. That's the whole thing. Like, that's their only function, to like change all day, every day, and they're going to go to the next one. So if it's been red for ages, you may as well just come up gently, right? Because the next thing it's going to do is go green. So you may as well save petrol, you know, just approach it with like caution and maybe a bit more gentle. And then you might not even have to stop if you do that, because it's going to change to green soon. And then if it's been green for ages, you don't want to be going rushing up to it. Because if you rush up to it, then it's, you know, it's going to change to red soon, and you don't want to have an emergency stop in your hands. So be careful about your approach speed, right? So go if safe, And red, yeah, if it's on red, you're going to face 3 points on your license if you go through a red light. Okay, there is red light cameras everywhere. It just takes your picture as soon as you go through it. So, you know, you're facing a hefty fine and points on your license if you go through a red anyway. So just be super careful. If you're dealing with a pedestrian crossing, which is called a Pelican, PLC, Pelican, flashing, that's out of all of the pedestrian crossing, PLC, pedestrian light controlled, that's the one that has the amber flashing light, all right? I'll do another video about this because it probably needs a bit more explanation than that. But the puffin, PUF, pedestrian user friendly, and the toucan cross, bikes and pedestrians, they have, the puffin and the toucan have a normal light system phase, so it's exactly the same as this, but the Pelican has an amber flashing light. All right, so if it's been red and then it's going to go to green, right, it will go to a flashing amber light, so it will just go flashing out. So it omits this part, it doesn't have that part. All right, it has a flashing amber light, and that's because the crossing is not intelligent. It doesn't have any sensors. It doesn't know if the pedestrians are there. It just basically flashes amber after the red. So let's just say, let's put it into the terms of why the light would be there. Let's say it's the pedestrians press the button and they've turned it red. All right. And let's just say a disabled pedestrian is crossing the road, right? Let's just say that they've got crutches, right? Let's just say somebody's broken their leg, and they need extra time to get across the road, right? So when they've changed the light to red, they're actually struggling to get across the road. So the normal waiting time for the person to cross the road until it goes green is not long enough. So at a Pelican crossing, it then changes to a flashing amber light. And this flashing amber light basically means give way to pedestrians who need more time. Right, so this person with the broken leg on the flashing amber light needs you to remain still whilst the person is continuing to try and get themselves to the other side of the road. And then after that, then it would change to green. So it is a slightly different light system process if you've got a Pelican crossing, all right? Now, obviously, at a Pelican crossing, if there is just able-bodied people and no one's broken their leg or anything, then it's just going to go red, then it's go to flashing amber, and the person in the car, if they can see that there's no one who needs any help, they can actually just carefully go through that flashing amber. So the amber flashing can act like a red light if somebody's there needing your help, so you can just remain still as the person with the broken leg is crossing, or it can be seen as to be green if there's no one there. Okay, so it can go to amber flashing and you're like, yeah, there's no one here. It's totally cool, totally safe. I'm going to go on this green light because I can see it's totally fine, right? So this process of the light changing colour and changing round, you're going to be tested on this on your theory, no doubt. Like if this doesn't come up on your theory, I'd be absolutely shocked. Like the world needs to know, well, the UK needs to know what traffic light colour is coming next. That's really important. It's as important as knowing how your knife and fork work, right? And that is a very, very important thing. So this may come across like as really obvious, but it's not for a learner. Like we all had to learn how to walk once. We didn't know how to walk. We all needed to learn how to use our knife and fork. And we need to know what colour the traffic lights are, right? And how they move and what they do. So, yeah, really important that you know this. So, stop, ready, steady, get yourself ready. Don't go on the ready, steady. And then go if safe. Go if safe, right? If people are in trouble in the junction, do not go. Amber, only go through if you are literally on the line already and you just cannot stop. Don't speed up to try and be an amber gambler, right? Don't speed up and try and go through there, because as soon as it goes red, if there's a camera there, it's going to take your picture and bang, you've got 3 points on your license, right? And a hefty fine. All right. So, yeah, a little bit of information about traffic lights changing. You will need to know this for your theory. So yeah, take note of the normal light system changes order. All right, take care.